Hey, Alex here with your real estate market update. Check this out. Zillow's being sued in a class action lawsuit. So this is the same law firm that sued National Association of Realtors, and we had to go through that whole settlement, and now we have the buyer broker agreement and all that. Well, this same group is now suing Zillow, and they're saying that there's undue enrichment, and they're adding to fees, and there's disclosure issues, and so. I've been a Zillow Premier agent. I won't be as Premier agent again because I don't really like the platform. I don't like what they do. But they're being sued right now, and it's going to be interesting to follow this one as the lawsuit progresses. The other big thing, news to come out this week is Compass merged with Anywhere. And so Anywhere is a real estate conglomerate. They own several different brands out there, but it's all owned by the same company. And now they've acquired Compass. What does this mean for the market? What does this mean for the consumer? Well, it's consolidation. And right now, with the decrease in sales volume out there, a lot of firms are struggling. They're struggling to maintain their position in the market because there's just not that many transactions happening. So with the mergers going on, they're able to scale, and economies of scale kick in, and they're able to do things more efficiently. I think long term for the consumer, the thing to look out for is pocket listings. A lot of Compass's real estate practice was based on pocket listings, and they claimed that they were selling houses faster and at a higher price. But I never have seen the data that supports this, because if it's not out there for all the consumers to really be able to see and purchase, you're limiting the market. So how can that lead to a higher price? I question that on the basic economics of it. Mortgage rates are always a hot topic, especially right now. People are like, oh my gosh, mortgage rates are high. Well, they're really not. If you look at historical interest rate, 30-year fixed, 7%, historically is a pretty good interest rate. It's just for the last 10, 15 years, we got absolutely punch drunk on sub 4% rates. They even went down below 3%. And that's what's led to the lack of inventory and the lack of transactions that we have going on today, because people are just simply stuck in their homes. So that brings me to Assumable Properties. And so I subscribe to this service that shows me all the assumable properties that are available in our region. And in this group of properties, we have one here on Archwood Road, Sacramento, 2.62%. So you can assume the existing first mortgage. And there's a lot of these properties out there. So if you're out there searching for affordability in this market, we have a way of looking at these. There's something called an equity gap, and that's the difference between what the existing first mortgage balance is and the purchase price. And anyway, we analyze it all, and we see if it makes sense to assume the property. And so if you're out there in the market and you're not incredibly fussy about where you buy, hit me up for the assume list. Our office has had, I think we had 12 closings just in the last week where people purchased assumable properties, and they were able to take advantage of some of these low rates. Here's one at 3.29, 2.64. Again, just because it has the low assumable rate doesn't mean it's a great deal, and we go in and we do that analysis. Taking a look at the numbers, the stats for Placer County, for the last 30 days, new homes listed up 2.9%. Days on markets up 2%. Price reductions, we're still at 30% of the existing inventory. And sold in the last 30 days, down 6%. And the sold to list ratio down 38%. The numbers for Sacramento County, we're looking at new to market down 4.5%. Days on market increased 3.8% to 40 days. So if you're listing your home right now, what this means is you can expect that that home is going to take 30 to 45 days to sell. So when you're talking to your agent about listing your property, you need to understand how to position your property so that you don't become stale inventory. Pricing is key, and that is reflective of what's going on with price reductions. 46.4% of inventories had a price reduction in the last 30 days. That is insane. It was virtually unheard of 2, 3 years ago. Um, Prices are remaining steady, and I think that's one of the reasons why is because mortgage lending has come up with different ways to buy the rates down to get people into homes so that they are affordable. That's my market update for this week. If you're interested in searching for homes, you can do it right here on my website or just reach out to me directly. In the past week, I've had about 4 people reach out to me to talk about listing their home and to see what their home is worth. And then on the buyer side, I've had quite a bit of activity on the Assume list. So if you're interested in any of these programs, just reach out to me. I always answer my phone, always make myself available. My name's Alex, eXp Realty here in Sacramento and Placer County, and I'll catch you next week.